Hello everyone, welcome back to HTML Template video series. In previous video, I covered uh, the HTML template design standard and development standards. In today's video, I'm going to share with you this few advanced things that Outlook render issues, what actually most of the HTML template developer face. There are few issues that you also whenever you are going to learn HTML template, you need to learn this thing because you may support it on your browser, but in Outlook you have to face some render issues and you need to figure it out how you need to solve this. So in our build template also I will discuss about this, and I also write some code for this kind of render issues. So let's start. Yeah, firstly, backgrounds are not rendered. Yeah, email in Outlook specifically in Outlook, your email template can't render this background if you are using any kind of background images in your email template. So you need to be very concerned about it. Whenever you are using any banner images, try to use it in normal image text, and don't use it as a background. But if your email template designs it like this, that you need to use it as a background, then you need to follow few HTML code and as a few stuff of CSS, and that actually can make this thing visible in Outlook. So you need to learn this thing. Otherwise, yeah, it will waste your this image that your subscriber don't get it properly. Okay, so second thing is border radius will not work. This is one more important render issues on Outlook, because yeah, sometimes in email template, yeah, most of the time CTA button design it like this, that there are borders, there are rounded radius, so which actually make CTA button very attractive, but it's a very, I mean, sad thing for developer that they don't make like this in Outlook specifically. So if you really want your buttons, radius, you can do it for your browsers and other clients, but specifically in Outlook, this one thing is not possible, I have to say. Though it's possible, but it very much possibility that it will break in somewhere, so try to avoid this one. But yeah, still you can use it in the browser. So in browser it will reduce, in Outlook yeah, the radius will not work. So if you can if your Outlook subscriber don't see this, but there is possibility that other audience will get it, so you can still use it. Okay, yeah, the last next thing is links getting converted to purple or blue. Yeah, this because links has its own color. Whenever you are going to use any anchor text, there are few specific color that email template or any HTML file will get. But specifically Outlook can't. Sometimes it makes this issue that whatever color you are using, it don't get. Outlook don't get it. It's just showing this. This purple or blue color. What is the default color of a link? Okay, so yeah, I think the important, if you can write your color with important, pretty most of the time it will fix this. Yeah, but this is an important render issues that you need to consider. Okay, uh, Outlook denies displaying displaying the margins. Okay, yeah, that's why actually I forgot to mention in development standard that we need to avoid margins. Okay, uh, we can make space by padding, but as Outlook can't get this margin, so if we design it by a margin, our browser it's okay, but in Outlook there are no space, so you actually all the designs are wasting. Okay, so try to avoid margins. Otherwise you can uh, don't get your proper design. So instead using margin, better you can use paddings. Okay, and yeah, the next thing is no support for GIF animation. Okay, GIF animation is something that there are some animation in with some images. So you can use it again, you can use it in the browser, but in the Outlook you can't use it. So in GIF format, there are primary cover you can make. So make sure that whenever you are developed your email template with this kind of um, a file, make a cover image so that this cover image at least your Outlook audience get it. If your Gmail and other clients get this GIF, but for the Outlook specifically, make this cover image at least so that they can get the message whatever you want to give them. Okay, and buttons with broken text and fonts. Okay, so yeah, this is a very horrible part of an email template that button, most of the time your button will get break on email templates, specifically in Outlook. So you have to keep in mind that for buttons, you need to write code in very specific format. I will teach you how actually you need to create buttons. There are there are two to three ways to create your button. So if you follow this thing, your button will not break in anywhere. Yeah, and this is very important component I already mentioned in previous video, that your buttons need to be very much mm, clear, and your button don't I mean need to break anywhere, because there's actually matter in your audience, right? Your buttons need to be perfect. Yeah, DPI scaling. That actually this DPI stands for dot per inch. Yeah, so this is a bit advanced, I have to say. So I make another slide for this particular thing. I will explain later. So okay. So no issue. Let's start with fallback font rendering. Yeah, sometimes what happen, whatever you are using some fonts, your subscriber don't in your subscriber device this font is not there, so they don't get it. Outlook will render this default Times New Roman font for this subscriber device. So you need to write a fallback font so that actually this kind of issue you can ignore, right? Okay, so I will show you this thing. Okay, so these are the pretty much the issues for Outlook. Most of them are possible to solve, and a few of them are actually still not possible, because Outlook has their default stuff that we can't do anything for them. But that's why we need to consider our design and development part, and we have to consider Outlook as well for whenever we are going to design and develop an email template, right? Okay, so okay, let me explain this DPI scaling issue. So actually, what is it? Dots per inch means you there are some scaling issues with spacing and other things. Suppose width and height specified in HTML attributes remain pixel values. There is no problem. Even width and height specified in BML code remains pixel values. And the other pixel values are converted to point, PT values instead. So what actually happened? I mean, the size of your text or the size of your image get changed on Outlook. There's possibility, because this kind of scaling issue is there. So you need to, solve this by different writing different code. Most importantly, the inline styling that I mentioned, that is mostly your this problem is solve it. Suppose define all tables cell pixel width and height using inline styles, right? Wherever you are going to write a paragraph, make sure that you are using all the font size, font size, line height, everything in pixel in line, so that this DPI scaling is will not happen. Okay, even the font family you need to mention in the inline format. Okay, and then it will be converted to points by Outlook, so that no issue at all. This is not necessary for percentage word, since it's already a relevant unit. Okay, so if you're using percentage, that's a good. Sometimes if you are using it in percentage format, then you don't need to use anything, because the unit of percentage is pretty much suitable. Yeah, so whatever is required pixel, you need to make sure that you use it in inline. Okay, common solution is using inline style all over the templates. Yeah, so this that's I mentioned, and that this is a pretty much common solution. Okay, so let's check some other solutions for scalability. Yeah, so this particular code you need to put in your styles. Why? Because there are some images and BML scales, properly scaling required. So this BML stands for vector markup language to add background images to your email template so that they will display correctly in Outlook. So whenever if you require to use such kind of thing in your email template, you need to make sure this piece of code in your style element so that the BML and images scale properly in Outlook. Okay, so I will also add this piece of code in my email template, whatever I'm going to develop in this video series, so that you can learn about this. It's very simple. You just write this office document setting, allow PNG pixel per inch, and office document setting you need to close it. Okay, so this pretty much XML stuff will solve this problem, this scalability problem for you. Okay, and you have to keep in mind that to add this markup in HTML file, you need to mention XML namespace in the top part. I mean, after doc type you need to create XML namespace for this BML, otherwise it will not supported in the browser. Okay, it will not supported on the Outlook. Okay, so you need to make sure this even that you actually write this XML namespace in your email template. The other straightforward solution is that inline styling for cell spacing and cell padding. Just two things. Suppose there are cell spacing 5, cell padding 10, border 0. So even you need to write this MSO cell padding 5 pixel and MSO padding alt 10 pixels. So that actually by this very simple code you can solve your problem. Scalable emails in Outlook with very minimal effort. So yeah, you also write this thing in inline way for solving this issue. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much it. uh, in today's video I don't want to make it too lengthy. I will cover the other stuffs in the next video. Okay guys, so till then, uh, hello everyone. If you think this video had some value to you, consider subscribing and share it with your friends. Thank you, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.